You're listening to the Fringianity Underground podcast, fringe topics with a Christian point of view. Now here's your host, Leo Rutledge.
This is episode 50. This will not be a topic-related episode, really. It'll be more or less me talking about things that I'm doing and projects I'm working on, and going into the future, I guess. So, with that, let's begin the show. That's kind of a cool little song, and I just left it. I thought it was kind of cool to put in there. So, basically, I'm just going to do this show and just talk about random stuff that comes to mind. Nothing really, basic topic. I'm just going to talk about some projects I've been working on and why I haven't really been doing the show so heavily. I guess I'll start off with, I've been working on kind of mastering YouTube, I guess, and trying to start getting into YouTube episodes and videos, mainly because I really would like to have some content that I can provide that I can eventually set up for some kind of I would like to make some kind of an income from like a blog or a video blog or something like that. It's just a thought that I have. I don't know. Some people do this. Some of these YouTube channels make a lot of money off of ad revenue, all kinds of stuff like that. And I've never been a person who's really trying to make a bunch of money or trying to sell out, or as they say, or I'm not trying to use the word of God to make all kinds of money and try to, be a sellout like some of these pastors you see on TV. And I would never say, oh, send me $1 million and I'll bless a tissue or whatever, like some of these crappy car salesmen that try to be pastors, okay? And I'm not a pastor anyway, but I'm just saying that that's how I feel when I try to find a way to make money off of content or stuff I create. I just feel dirty when I try to... I don't know why, but that's just my problem, I guess. So anyway, I'm trying to make content partially for promotion, partially for our business, me and my wife's little shop thing, partially for a lot. There's just a bunch of stuff. And I've been just pouring myself into this stuff in the last 2-3 weeks. So, I mean, I have been working hard on making videos, getting ideas, putting stuff together, creating stuff for our little store. I've been just doing all kinds of crazy stuff. We've been just so busy doing stuff. And in the time when I'm not doing that stuff, I have gone to see some movies, so I decided I'd do some reviews of movies from a Christian point of view. And I put them on my YouTube channel because whenever I put them on this show, I'll admit it, the ratings are off, or people view those or listen to those shows the least. So obviously a lot of you guys are not into that, so that's fine. I just put it on the YouTube channel. On the YouTube channel counterpart to this show. You'll find this show on the same page as you'll find my other videos and stuff. So it's all in one central hub, I guess. So anyway, that's one thing I've been working on. I did a review for Logan, the movie Logan, from a Christian standpoint. I know some Christians get offended when other Christians go to see movies in general, which is really weird because I see this on Facebook all the time where someone will post something, oh, worldly Christians go to see movies, and it's like, so what are you? Are you a Christian that's on Facebook and sitting at your computer? Isn't that kind of the same? You're being worldly, right? Aren't you sitting at a computer? That's technology you're using. Oh, but you're using it for good? Well, so am I. I'm doing a review of a movie and talking about Christian stuff as to how it reflects against that movie. So if you want to talk bad about how Christians go to see movies and, oh, movies are bad, well, get off of Facebook. Stop looking at TV. Stop listening to the radio. Stop everything. Just go into a room and start praying to God and reading only your Bible. Because the lifestyle that some of these Christians make themselves out sound like they have is basically, it sounds like a monk in some hill somewhere. And yet somehow they're on Facebook 24/7. So you can't have it both ways. So if you want to condemn, then do it without being on Facebook. How about that? Or do it without using technology. Or do it without being on YouTube complaining. Okay, I didn't mean to go there, but that's something that I feel irritated about sometimes when I see these things. I see Christians who literally talk about Christmas lights will bring demons into your house. And that is so much crap, because does your regular lights bring demons into your house? Okay, don't turn the lights on, I guess. I don't get it. Okay, maybe I'm just getting a little worked up, but I just don't get some of these Christians that are out there. They're so absolutely everything, every single thing that you say or do, they could nitpick at and pick it apart and try to unmake you. Well, that's not what Jesus did. Jesus went to a person and talked to them at their level. Now, if people watch movies and they have movie reviews that they're into, isn't it going to be a good way to reach people on their level if they just got out of watching Kong Skull Island and then you're talking to them about how the Bible talks about the hollow earth in some spots and about the pit in Revelation? Doesn't that seem to bring someone to be wanting to know more about the Bible if you're pointing them toward that because of something that they're interested in? You're talking to them on their level. So if you condemn all these Christians who go to see movies and say that they're all bad, then I guess the church should be 100 years behind the world at all times, and not salt and light, because you can't be salt and light without knowing what's going on in the world. And if you're not aware of what's going on in the world, then how are you supposed to be able to escape the deception of the world, that the world is deceiving you? You know, if you can be aware of deception and talk about it and still see it in the world, but still be apart from it. I don't know. I'm probably messing that up. I'm probably making it sound more complex than it is. But that's something I'm very passionate about. And some of these Christians drive me nuts when I see some of their posts. I can't believe some of the things people say. I mean, everything is a demonic possession. Everything. To some of these people. And that includes, I mean, getting into your car. I'm sure somebody out there is saying that's demonic possession and you should never do that. So it's getting crazy. So I'm trying to step back from that. I'm going to be doing Christian reviews. I like to go see movies. And I have Christian eyes to see things in the movies. So I can see when there's some kind of a symbolism. I can see that they're trying to promote a certain agenda. A lot of Christians today can do this, and they can be a Christian because they can see the world. When you're walking in Babylon, you can see the symbolic fallen angels all around you. Okay? If you are a Christian, it gives you new eyes to see. So why not use those eyes to be a watchman on the wall, like some of these people proclaim they are, to warn people? And that includes the people who don't know about God at all, who need to be saved. And isn't our job as a Christian to preach the gospel to those who need saving, not to those who have already heard it so much? I agree, some of these pastors and churches today that are selling out to the world, they kind of need to hear the gospel too, unfortunately. But the way I take it is, when I do these episodes, these reviews, and they're not all reviews, they're just shows in general of stuff I'm passionate about, I tend to want to talk about the things that the church won't talk about for the most part. Because there's a lot of airy-fairy, smell the flowers, and just, happy-go-lucky churches out there. But they're not talking about the meat and potatoes or things that matter. You know, they're not talking about, they won't talk about a hollow earth. They won't talk about transhumanism. They won't talk about DNA splicing and, you know, how science labs are trying to create half human, half pig, half whatever, you know. They won't talk about that stuff. They won't talk about the global brain and artificial intelligence that is building up all around us. They won't talk about that, okay? So somebody in the Christian community needs to be awake and current with events to be able to talk about that. And that's one thing that I've decided that I'll go down that path, and I'll try to do that. I'll probably get 1 million hate comments on YouTube, but I guess whatever it takes, I don't know. I've already gotten some hateful comments on my H.R. Giger video that I did on YouTube a while back. Boy, a lot of people, I don't know, some of these guys, especially, there's one from London that talks about, I think he's from London. Anyway, he says something about, H.R. Giger was an artist, whatever, everything's not a satanic, conspiracy or whatever. And I'm looking at you can watch the video, and I literally show pictures of the stuff that I'm talking about on the video. So literally, you're seeing the things that I'm talking about. And as a Christian, you'll have eyes to see these things. And when you're looking at these things, you're like, how can this not be satanic? I mean, it's straight from the pits of hell, the stuff that H.R. Giger did. So, I don't know, it's creepy stuff. It's a tough video to watch. It was a hard video for me to make because of talking about it. Some of the stuff that you see in that video is really disgusting. But it's not for kids either. The video is more or less geared toward adults because of the content I talk about, but it's on YouTube. Anyway, I think it's called H.R. Giger Exposed. I did the audio version of it on this show, so you will probably find that too. So getting past all that now, I'm also doing some work on like some tutorials on how to make stuff, little videos on how I create stuff out of clay or something for my me and my wife's Fringe Craft Designs on Etsy shop. You can also find us on Facebook at Fringe Craft Designs on Etsy. Basically, that's the name of it. It's a page for our shop. So I post nothing there but pretty much the store stuff, and that's pretty much it. And then there's other projects like my music. I'll get into that later. Basically, I'm trying to expand outward so that I can do other things. And eventually, like I said, I'd like to have a video blog. Whenever I go to the Philippines, I want to be able to have a page on YouTube where I can literally just upload stuff that I did there and all the things that I'm planning on doing there. And if eventually I'd like to live there, so what I want to do is have that be my channel eventually for expat. If I'm living in the Philippines, I'll be an expat, so I'd basically be doing a video blog through that channel, whatever. I haven't set it up yet, but I'm saying a channel that I could do that through so that I can have like a Patreon account where I haven't researched that enough. I've kind of started to get, I think I filled out a thing for Patreon. I'm not sure exactly all about the details about Patreon yet. I'm still learning, but I'd like to have some kind of a thing where people can donate or, help, whatever. And the Patreon thing will eventually, I think, will be used for something like if I'm in the Philippines and say there's a family that needs help, I could do a video on it, talk about it, and then people can donate towards something like that, or they can donate toward the show or to benefit us too. But I don't like to beg for help, and I just don't like to do all that, okay? So that's kind of what I'm thinking, okay? There are things that this show needs, but I don't like to ask the listeners because it just irritates me when I hear other podcasters or shows in general sit there for 20 minutes talking about, well, I'm trying to build this ministry, I need to build this $200 million little studio here, and it's got to be the best of the best, so I need the listeners to pay for that, that drives me nuts when people do that. And then they keep building and keep building and keep building, and the listeners, you got to start paying. You guys out there that aren't chipping in, you need to start chipping in because we got to get this. It's the Lord's plan. No, it's your plan, but you won't stop building. Maybe you should take a break. Maybe you should take a break for a while off of building and thank the listeners for all of the contributions that they have given, because they believe in your ministry that much. Some of these people need to do that. But that's another road I could go down for a while. I'm just, like I said, this is a random show. But it's episode 50. I figured I'd level it off with no real topics, just kind of talk about where I'm at and what I'm doing after 50 episodes. And, and why I haven't done a show for a little while here. So, anyway, I've been working on all kinds of stuff with the shop. I've been working on doing some of these crafts. My wife's been working like nuts doing some of these crafts, necklaces, jewelry. It's all handmade. And even the beads, some of the beads, I'm the one who's making those, okay? It's not like we're just going out and buying beads. We do that. But there's special kinds that we're making that I literally will make. And I stay up late at night making tons of these things sometimes. So it's not easy to you just look at the jewelry and you think, oh, it's just jewelry, No, there's a lot of stuff that goes into this stuff, and we sell it for pretty cheap. Most of these necklaces and like $15. That's not a lot. And there's even earrings, $3, $2. There's all kinds of prices in the low, because I understand people don't want to spend a lot of money. But on the other hand, it's like I don't have a job yet, and I'm still trying to do my thing, and talk about that now, I guess. I don't have a job yet, and I've decided at this point I'm not going to really get a job until a certain point, because me and my wife have decided, because before I lost my job, we were planning on going to the Philippines, okay? So we saved up some money before I lost my job, or before they basically got rid of a bunch of people and disappeared my job. So before all that happened, we had a trip planned to go to the Philippines. We didn't get the tickets yet, but we were right there. And then, of course, this job thing happened. So in my mind, we're taking care of the bills. My wife is working, but it's just one person's income. We're not completely broke, but we're not exactly, wealthy millionaires either. So I don't want anyone to ever think that, oh, he's got a podcast, so therefore he's got all kinds of money. No, that's not true. So what we decided to do is we decided to go and get the tickets. Just forget it and just get the tickets and do it. Because when am I going to have a time when I'm not working, where I don't have to deal with a job, where I can just go? Because we're going to be there for like a month. I'm not going to give the date or anything, but we will be going to the Philippines, okay? And my wife's dad's birthday is coming up for that, and we just decided it's been a while. It's been more than 3 years since I've been to the Philippines. I don't know. It's been a while. I just decided that we're going to do that. And plus, there's other things her family wants us to do. Her family's kind of trying to build a business over there, mainly so that maybe we could survive when we move there. Stuff like that. There's stuff trying to be put together with that, too. It's like everything's in a random place right now where everything's kind of, we're trying to find where things all kind of come together and what the point of all this stuff is, and I don't know what. I'm hoping God is pointing me towards something. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I kind of wish that sometimes I wish God would literally just go, hey, this is what I want you to do. Like, show it to me right now. This is foundation. This is for sure what I'm saying, And sometimes you don't get that. You just get this, you get this cloudy, I don't know where I'm going. I'm just kind of just, so many options. I don't like that. I don't know if that has anything to do with God. Maybe that's Satan trying to cloud my judgment or cloud I don't know. It just drives me nuts not knowing, because I'm a person who likes like an order system, step by step. You do it this way, this way, this way, this way, I like to have the order. So when I have just chaos and questionable, whatever, it's hard to make plans for a future when there's no solid ground to, do it. Now, I know some people would say, well, you have the Bible. Well, that's good and everything. But if you're not getting answers, then I guess it may be something I'm doing wrong. I don't know. I'm not the foundation of all answers, okay? I don't have all the answers. I know some people might think that, oh, you're doing a podcast, therefore you have all these answers. No, I don't have answers. The reason why I'm a Christian is because I need Jesus. Not because I need myself. Not because I know everything. It's because I have to have Jesus, because I don't have any hope without him. So that's I don't know, that's one of my points. So that's where I'm at with that. That's just something I'm struggling with right now, I guess. I guess if you want to pray for me, that would be good. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what to do. I did a show a little while back, pretty much on the same type of thing. Now I'm just kind of a little bit further along with this kind of questionable stuff. At least I've come to this decision now that, yeah, we're just going to go to the Philippines, okay? We're just going to do the trip. Doesn't matter, whatever. We'll do it. My wife can take a month off of her job, so thank God for that. And she won't lose her job, and everything will be fine. So we're going to do that. And it'll be nice to get back to the Philippines, because I'm telling you, after you've been there for, because last time I was there, I think I was there for 21 days. And that felt like a lifetime. And then as soon as I came back, and as soon as I hit the airport in my state, it was instant, like, I felt like I just got it's like I got handcuffed and put in jail as soon as I hit that airport. Because it's like you realize, all the peace that I just got done having, all those nights and beautiful, just on this beautiful place, and it's a lot calmer there. People aren't so hectic. They're not working for a living like crazy, like they're not killing themselves, trying to, I got to pay my taxes. Oh, I got all this, it's not stressful there. And then all of a sudden you hit the airport here and you see that security, you see that militant cop standing there with a dog sniffing somebody, whatever. A guy's got a McDonald's bag, therefore he's got a bomb, you got to question him. That type of stuff is ridiculous. And that's pretty much what I ran into when I came back from there. And it depresses you, because after you come back it feels like heaven, I guess. It feels like you just went away to a peaceful place where you're just like free. You don't worry imagine not having a worry for 21 days. No worries, no bills, none of this, nothing. Imagine that. Well, that was what it was like. And then you come out of that, and you come back to a place where it's bills, you got to continuously work in order to pay your bills, and it's a vicious circle. You never are free. You're never able to just do what you want. You don't own a business. You're just kind of just going along, doing your thing, just working for somebody who uses that money for unchristian things and just, that type of stuff. And that's pretty much how I felt. Maybe I'm wrong for thinking that way. That's something I'm throwing out there. So that aside, that's going to happen sometime this summer, I guess. I'll say that. And then after that, I come back, and I'm definitely going to be looking. I'll take any job after that. I'm taking a job immediately when I come back, because that's when we will need the money like crazy. That's pretty much the sum of all that stuff. I talked about the YouTube shows. Oh yeah, the YouTube show is called Fringianity. I don't know. You've probably seen it. I posted it on Facebook. I've been posting those things. I've been trying to do it every week at least. And that has some video, I guess. I do some analysis of the internet. I literally am showing you the internet and some of the stuff, and I'm talking about it as I'm looking at it on my computer. And that's what I do on that show. There's really not too much more, I guess, that I could talk about on what I'm working on. I'm also working on, whenever I get time, I'm working on crafts and stuff and building wood stuff, and eventually I'd like to sell some stuff this summer, and probably a flea market or something type of thing for some of these things, because they're too big to ship, I guess. I don't know. And that's another thing that I'm working on. And when I'm not working on that, eventually I am on and off trying to work on this album. My music is something that I enjoy. I mean, there's not a whole lot of Bible Underground fans out there, it seems like, but eventually, hopefully, if I can get this album done with songs where I'm singing and all that, maybe then it might work. I don't know. I don't know if I have the best voice in the world, but I do what I kind of, I work within my own little niche, I guess. And talking about that, I pretty much am going to be releasing, I will be releasing a single in the near future. I haven't set a date yet, because I thought about doing a video for it, and it would be kind of cool to do a video. But I'd have to be the actor in the video, and my wife would have to play a part, and she's shy about stuff like that sometimes. I don't know. And eventually, like I said, when I go to the Philippines, I'm going to be videotaping pretty much the whole trip. I'm going to try to have some kind of a video recording system where I can just videotape like nonstop. Because I want to literally have tons of hours of video, all kinds of footage. Maybe I'd like to get a GoPro. I don't know. Those things are kind of expensive. Anyway, and I'm trying to get some kind of a way to record this stuff and do some really good recording, because I'm going to be going a lot of places when I'm in the Philippines for a month. There's a lot of stuff that we've already decided that we'd like to do. There's a lot of family stuff we're going to have going on too, but I'd really like to show the Philippines the way it really is, not some, oh, it's just the beach. Oh, here, this is the club at night, and that type of stuff. Because that's what you see a lot. You see a lot of these worldly people who take video of the Philippines and they make it look like it's some kind of a party place. Oh, the Philippines never shuts down. They party all night. I don't care. In fact, that's the annoying part of the Philippines, is that when you're in the city, sometimes the music, it's like party time all the time in some of these spots. So that kind of is irritating. I ain't going to worry about that. Right now, what I'm focusing on is trying to finish this album. And like I said, I'm working slowly on that. I have a lot of good ideas for songs. I have a lot of lyrics I have to put down yet. I have to sing a lot of stuff. And I just recently mastered my single that I'm going to be releasing. In fact, I'm going to play it in a minute here. This single. It's called Tranquilizer Trance. And really the song is about, like, people when they're... If you go around, look at people in the mall or whatever, you see all these kids just staring at their cell phone. Or you see everybody, just in general, staring down at their cell phone. Just looking down, all the time looking down, And even I do that to a certain degree. I'm not, completely perfect here either. But I'm just saying that it's the world that we live in right now. Is people looking down at their cell phone and always checking, who liked this and what's going on, that type of stuff. I basically made this song in a way, it's like it talks to that. It's not really a Christian song, I guess. It just talks about the problem in our world. And it also talks about narcissism, how it kind of ties to, people on Facebook, they try to do selfies and like they poke out their lips and they make themselves really fake. I'm not talking about people who just have a picture taken of themselves and they look like themselves. I'm talking about people who literally like poking out their lips and like showing cleavage and or whatever. Just stuff that's not normal, I'll put it that way. Egotistical, self-promotion. It's all about me. Look at me. I got to promote myself and all that stuff. This very thing that I don't ever want to be. That's pretty much what this song is about. And that's what the whole thing is. And it talks about how life used to be different before all this kind of, So you'll see what I'm talking about. And it's kind of sarcastic, and it's like an Iggy Pop song from the 80s. And it has a very 80s type of sound, like a pop song from the 80s. Yeah. So, and I sound a little bit like Iggy Pop, I think, in this song, if you know who Iggy Pop is. It kind of feels like a Cure song mixed with Iggy Pop, mixed with just the general, like a pop song from the 80s. So that's kind of where I'm coming from when I made the song. It feels like that kind of music. Like a new wave type of sound. So, okay, I'll just shut up and let you hear it, okay? How about that? Alright, well, this is Tranquilizer Trance from the Bible Underground. This will be a single I will be releasing fairly soon. So I posted a comment. And I can't even believe that they didn't like it. Am I not a good person? Obviously, I told them. Yeah, I hear ya. But I gotta check my phone. I gotta check my phone. I gotta check my phone. I hear ya. You can keep on looking down now. down, down. This is all that matters down, down. And this is all that matters anymore. This is all that matters down, down. And this is all that matters anymore. So that's Tranquilizer Trance, like I said, by the Bible Underground. You can like the Bible Underground Facebook page as well if you are interested in what I'm doing and looking for info on that stuff. And someday when I eventually release the album, I'll promote it and post it on the Facebook page as well. And there's a YouTube channel for the Bible Underground as well, where you can find a lot of my instrumental stuff from my last instrumental album that I put out. And that's also, you can find that album to download on most downloadable sites like iTunes, Amazon, stuff like that. So that's enough self-promotion after I just did a song that's talking about anti-promotion. So that pretty much is all I have for the show this week. I don't know. I don't really know what else to talk about. Stuff I don't like to talk about myself, and this whole show feels like it's just about me. So yeah. Anyway, so that's pretty much everything I have that I've been working on recently. And like I said, just subscribe to my YouTube channel and all that stuff with the show. So that's pretty much all I have for this week. So thank you for listening.
If you enjoy this show, please feel free to share it. You can find us on Spreaker, iTunes, and most podcatchers. And if you'd like to support the show, please leave a review on iTunes or Spreaker or wherever you find this show. And for more information on this show, go to the Fringianity Underground podcast Facebook group and like us. Images will be posted there for this show and others as well. Please check Spreaker or wherever you get this podcast every Sunday evening for new episodes. And thank you for listening.